Well, we're the only people in the world that were probably pleased to see George Bush back in power last year, and that's because we're the writers. I'm Mark Burton.
I'm Pete Sinclair.
And I'm Dan Gaster.
8 more wars! 8 more wars!
Hilarious joke between the words year and war there. Now the extended 12-inch remix title sequence. When the show went up from 10 minutes to 24, I think we made it as long as we could, so we'd have less to write every week.
Subtly updated each series. We've got David Beckham texting there in that one. And look out for a specially inserted last-minute glimpse of John Kerry, just in case he became president. There he is!
That's nearer than he got.
Almost finished, but not.
He's counting the minutes of the title sequence.
Just saving ITV thousands every second, this is.
So I believe we start with the big news. When we started the series was the American election. There's a dunce's cap there on the White House. We used to try and think of a different White House joke for every sketch we did.
From England land.
I think by the series 5 we were beginning to run out, but
Yeah, I think by series 1 we're beginning to run out, but
just saved my career. While all the world
the Blair-Bush relationship gave us a lot of material, obviously.
is your rear.
My favourite. It's a kiss.
Lots of bum-kissing jokes,
Come on.
highly sophisticated.
No French kissing, mind.
Michael Palin, of course, was doing his what turned out to be his last ever series, Himalaya. I believe this sketch was originally going to be about Alan Titchmarsh, journeying around Alan Titchmarsh, but
That would have taken too long.
This is one of my favourite sketches, actually, of the series. Just like the way we'd turn the idea, and
Next up, the belly button.
it was very well. It was one of those sketches where the actual sketch itself made the jokes funnier. It's always good when that happens.
Something
I just
you can
point
only
out-
do in cartoon form, really.
Suffice to say, it was a bit of a hole.
Unless you miniaturised cameras and filmed it on the real Michael Palin.
Well, could happen.
can I just point out that at the very end of this sketch, I am one of the voices of the Guatemalan foot fungus, which you should listen out for.
And I've got Guatemalan foot fungus, so
Across Palin was at an end. Time now to knock out a book and a DVD.
funny how insects always have high-pitched voices for some reason. I don't know why that should be.
It's got a worse bite.
Good chance to get Parky in the sketch as well.
Yeah, our favourite characters.
Shoot, I voted George Bush because I think for a man to marry another man is against
We were trying to do a
the
joke about George Bush's supporters, and we spent quite a long time thinking of this, but in the end we
that way too.
stumbled.
How to nail the satirical
This was our political
angle.
one, yeah.
Yeah, this was done on the Topicals day, so it was done fairly quickly, as you can see.
Next.
Here's the X Factor panel. Now, of course, this is basically our big mop-up sketch on everything about mobile phones that drives you crazy.
That's the most irritating.
That is probably a typical writer's phone, I would say, cheap and barely functional. That is, in fact, Mark Burton's phone, because his kids changed the ringtone and he doesn't know how to change it back again.
It's all true. Some good characters in here again. Sharon Osbourne, who's looking actually more realistic in there than she does in real life. I probably can't say that, sorry, but
Oh, the sad old phone there. There's something very bleak about this running out of battery sound.
Now that
And the runner's phone there, the most junior person on the production who always has the best phone.
Bluetooth connection.
we have a winner. Hang on. Where's it gone?
It's been
here comes the
dead.
punchline.
Still. it was around
Lovely
for a
stuff.
long
Well done,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's probably an hour's work there, just thinking of that.
Wasn't there supposed to be a vibrating joke about Ozzy Osbourne, or did that go?
It came to pass.
Now we get controversial.
This one.
Gathered up 5 loaves
No, I ran this past a Christian and he said it was okay.
to feed the multitude.
Oi, what the f*** do you think you're doing? Where's the f***ing song?
I always find those bleeps a little bit late, but there you go. That's because I've got young kids, I suppose.
Shouldn't there be like no bleeps on the DVD? Isn't that the point of the DVD? That we can
That's
have
true,
all the-
actually, yeah.
all the swearing in.
Can we reveal what he's saying?
You can f*** off on all. Oh, f***ing marvellous. You've overcooked me. Throw me away. Start again.
I quite like that one, I have to say, despite
Yeah.
myself.
It's well done.
Now, we always used to have an establishing shot outside number 10 as well, but I noticed we didn't bother there.
And there we've run out of jokes.
Now, these are-
Somebody, 5
these-
o'clock on a Friday afternoon. And we
These
wanna
are some
go
of my
home.
favourite characters. We're going to basically pan across here to Gordon Brown and his son John. Very bleak family pairing, but for me,
The
two
idea
of my
that-
favourite characters.
Tony spoils his kid and Gordon's a prudent Presbyterian father.
Display, John.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
They're always fun to write for, aren't they?
It's just something about the way that
certain other shows started doing it.
the way that John's eyes are so excited. He's so looking forward to it. It's a kind of Charlie Brown moving the football moment. You
It
know,
is, yeah.
You can't believe it's been stitched up again.
Right, now let's go and blow up number 10.
I'm sure he's a very generous father. That wouldn't be funny, so.
Oh no, these the Roonies. This became quite a long-running series
Yeah.
of sketches for
I
us.
think the phrase is "rod for our own back."
This is one of the ideas that just kind of came from thin air, really. We didn't have any sort of point of reference or anything.
Wasn't it you guys that originally wrote the theme tune? We did a sketch in the last series, didn't we?
Yeah,
with,
we like. I always enjoy that. I love it when they do music on the show and lyrics and stuff.
I particularly dislike it, oddly.
You dislike it,
Yeah.
We don't get any royalties.
And it's that kind of conflict that gets that makes it so funny because it's just the energy in the room there.
Poor old Wayne.
We have this concept, comedy writers come over from America, of the concept of the room, which is this capital R, this place that all the writers go in, which by the end of the day stinks of sweat and Chinese food, and something marvellous has come out,
If we
theoretically.
haven't been eating Chinese food, that's the weird thing.
Thank you for conceding in such a.
Again, we're trying to play the John Kerry card very hard during the show because we already knew that this was pretty much the last time anyone in the Western world would ever see him.
The cartoonists were already rubbing him out. That's what we were writing,
Yes.
really.
It's a bit like taking William Hague's waxwork away from Man and Two Swords.
It's just not going to be needed anymore.
I'm glad he wasn't president, though. He would have been not very interesting to write for. Very bland.
Oh, here comes your favourite joke.
This is my favourite joke. That's so beautifully done. Still makes me laugh.
Now, I proposed a whole series of those after that, where the figure 2 hung itself and died in increasingly nasty ways, but it was all vetoed. So
That's a good idea. Next series, perhaps.
For 30 years. How often can you repeat
this is all, by the way, completely redundant and not building on the joke at all. I don't know if you'd noticed that.
But this is ridiculous. Recycle that, you bastards. Jerry?
Always end on a, if in doubt, end on a rude word. Like bastard, that gets you a laugh.
Oh, here's Osama, another one of our hilarious comedy villains that we have in his rock and cave-based world.
It's good news for us in the first series, not for everybody else in the Western world, but the Iraqi war and the Afghan war, because it really established a series, I think, and this is one of the characters that established it.
Yeah! Come on! Move the body! Yeah! It's a fat war on fire!
So essentially, the idea that everything in his world is just made of rock seemed to be about the limit of this one. He used to have 2 very good sidekicks. I don't know what happened to them.
The Americans found them.
Yeah. And now in Guantanamo Bay.
Oh no, this was a good sketch. This was a sketch featuring Prince Harry, of course. Before he became a Nazi. This was before his comedy characteristic was the Nazi officer.
This was done by young writers.
I know.
But
If we find out who they are.
Very funny. I think it's very well
Here
done.
he is.
I love it when 2D TV does what we call format sketches like this, which are based on a.
I believe we
computer
also
game.
had to take out a reference to Prince Harry doing drugs in this sketch because he's never done any. We replaced it with this, the vodka Red Bull. Of course, now he's in the army. Just as we predicted.
Over. Fight again.
They sent him to Afghanistan. There should be enough out there for him.
Welcome back this week.
I've forgotten this sketch.
Yes.
That's because Channel 4
There's a good Michelle McManus poster in the background there on the left with the cancelled Dave Lewis.
Now, was that a writer's joke or was that
I
an
imagine that
animator's
was Dave
joke?
Lewis, who's one of our background artists, was always putting gags in the background.
This was your idea, Pete, was it?
I believe it was.
Again, I think this is kind of one of the fun things about 2D TV is that we can do sketches with a really big cast of characters. So we've got, you know, all your favourites from the England football team here, including Rio Big Beak Ferdinand.
And yes, he's cheating, but not. He's cheating on his team. There you are, that's how you write comedy. The thing that the person does, but not the person that he does it to something else instead.
You're spoiling the magic, Pete.
Football team? You've been managing another team behind our backs.
And it was one of these things where I snookered myself because I'm actually a Scotland fan in spite of my accent. And I saw it inevitably going towards the punchline of the worst team in the world being Scotland, and there was no comic argument against that being the punchline. So unfortunately, it had to be.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Now that's a funny double take from Wayne Rooney there, I have to say. Well acted by the cartoon.
Oh, not Brazil.
I can explain everything.
All right, boss, excuse a team talk. Scotland?
Okay, I'm a sick man. I need help.
Yeah.
Notice
there
the
we go.
completely
That's
unrecognisable
before we
Scotland
beat
players.
Moldova.
I like the jiggle there. That's good. That's a nice touch by the animators.
And the double scoop of ice cream is very good.
Romantic, Peter.
Who would have thought that they would team up?
Should say a word here in support of the voice artists. Do great work, get shown stuff, and do amazing voices, and only earn 10 times what we do. So not a bit bitter about it.
First of all, I'm not that fussy. Basically, I'm looking for somewhere in central London, near where I live now. Something with a bit of history, big black door, maybe a nice even door number.
Well, I think we found the perfect place. It's on Downing Street.
Yes, it's right next door to number 11.
Yes.
It's number 12.
No!
Excuse me, I'm looking for something palacey in the Buckingham Palace area. Anything with a large throne?
This is a Republican conspiracy. They're trying to stop me, Michael Moore, from voting. Oh! See? I'm stuck. This door is only 5 foot wide.
Won't be a second, sir. Just need a bit of butter.
You've made it even worse. See, this is a conspiracy.
Hey, more champagne, anyone?
Ah, Arnie, you sure know how to throw a victory party.
Victory party? But you're saying this is just my Monday night book group. Hey, just a little bit of harmless fun.
That tickles.
Next. No, sorry, far too pretty.
We'll never find me a new PA at this rate.
Next. Oh, perfect. You can start Monday.
No way.
Why not?
I'm not having anyone Wayne Rooney slept with.
I need someone help! Oh, thank God!
Would you mind just holding the end of this?
Okay.
Do you want to see some pictures of my kids?
So, Tony, these new guidelines on smacking. How hard would be too hard? For instance, would this be too hard?
Oh, well, yeah, you know, that's borderline.
How about this one?
Oh! That would definitely be too hard.
So, to recap, this would be borderline, but this, and definitely this would be too hard. Prime Minister?
Yeah, precisely. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Now then, Tone, this new slapping bill.
Yes, John.
It's a bloody stupid idea. Go! Now, anyone else want a piece of the fat fella? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, I love this sketch personally. I thought it's a parody of an advert when lots of people were getting mugged when iPods first came out. And I just think the animation really works. It's really funny. It's really delivered on the parody. And the music's good as well. Willie Dowling, our musical guy, does very good work, very fast, just turns stuff around, doesn't get much sleep. But then he's a musician anyway, so he's used to being up late.
I think this is one of those ones where there's a long debate over what that song should be that he listens to that he hates.
Well, this should cheer you up, Mr. President. Mr. Kerry. Come on, this'll be fun.
You're right. This is hilarious. Look at my ridiculous long chin.
Sir, you're in the restroom.
So what now?
Dodgems.
No, I meant for the rest of your life.
Oh, come on, sir, chin up.
No, this became one of the favourite sketches that we did. This and the sequel.
I thought that impression was brilliant.
The Queen as the donkey. It is
really
fantastic.
Good
What?
Cross between the two.
It's just kind of a perfect fit, really, isn't it?
Start a successful film company, like I did.
Piss off, Wuss and Boots.
Prince Edward just roundly abused, as always.
Because I want to be king.
I ain't gonna.
It's hard when you say to a voice artist, could you sound a bit like Eddie Murphy and the Queen? You know, that's the kind of thing that get thrown at them on a morning, but they managed it very well.
Although I can imagine if the Queen saw this, she'd enjoy it, because she actually gets to be very rude to Camilla and no comeback, really, so...
And if she was sitting there next to Eddie Murphy, they'd have a laugh, wouldn't they?
Okay, one beautiful princess.
Now, this is actually a little bit on the nose, really, isn't it?
Did we do the your face and my ass joke?
In
You just done it now, please, so that's okay.
I'm the people's princess.
Oh, there she is.
For a long time, you couldn't have Diana or anything, but...
And that's still the case.
There won't be a Christmas time this year. Oh, it's no good, George. I mean, this single's gonna bomb.
So are we. Boom.
Oh, no, that's not funny.
Gosh, Renee, you really did pork up for the part. How exactly did you manage it?
Well, I really couldn't have done it without my fatness coach.
Ta-da! And binge, and scoff, and binge, and scoff. And come on, work those bums. And swallow, don't chew. It burns calories. Hold on, guys, I can't eat that. There, that's better. Oh.
Well, if an idea works, we generally tend to do it again.
We managed to get 2 out of this. I think the second one's actually slightly better.